Hey guys, welcome back to Board Watch. I'm Brian.
I'm Lisa.
Justin.
And we are going to go into episode 3 of Dark. Lisa actually already is 2 episodes in as well. You can see Lisa on the channel that I am also part of with Meeple's Den. She's the head of, like, the lead producer of Crazy Board and Dungeness Dorks, and so really, yeah, which all 3 of us are involved in, and Jessica's also involved in Dungeness Dorks. So you can almost say it's kind of like a sister station to Board Watch here that focuses way more on the actual gaming aspect, where we kind of do more reactions here, and a couple times we do live streams on gaming, but yeah. I just also like the idea of having them be able to bounce questions off each other, so I don't accidentally ask a leading question that might spoil something. I will pepper some questions in there, but I like having people bounce things off each other. That seems to work well. So yeah, without further ado, I think we should get into this. Los Gates.
Wer bist du?
Wo sind meine Eltern? Wer sind sie?
Weißt du, wo er ist? Weißt du, wo Mats ist?
Tut mir weh.
Was machst du hier? Nun sag doch was! Warum kannst du zurück?
Diseases.
Und du schaffst es noch nicht mal, dir die Haare zu kämmen. Schau dich doch mal an, sitzt da wie so ein Schluck Wasser in der Kurve. Hallo, Regina, ich rede mit dir.
Regina is the
Das ist ein
hotel
Riesending
owner
für mich und ich lasse mir das von
in
dir nicht versauen.
2019.
For some reason, I thought Regina was way older than she is. But I guess it makes sense because her son isn't that old.
Yeah.
But that lady really looks old.
Yeah. Stress of a...
So I guess she's like
Owning a hotel.
really 40s.
Yeah, most of the adults are teenagers right
Dude,
now.
I thought that lady was like 70.
Ich suche meine Mama.
Ist hier nicht der Kindergarten?
So the 3 of
Die
them.
ist hier direkt vorhin.
Herr Hubert? Ja, das
That's his mom right there.
Ganz bestimmt
Yeah,
keine Frau.
that's Mikkel's mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Ist das denn hier nicht Winden?
Bist du nicht ein bisschen zu jung für Acid?
Habt ihr jetzt Geschi?
I think that he would recognize his own mom, though.
He saw a newspaper that said he was in 1986.
I feel like though you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean,
More
true.
than anything
Yeah.
else. Like you'd just be like,
He saw his mom, he saw his dad, both as teenagers. And he just walked into and out of a cave. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah, you saw a newspaper that said 1986, and a guy that's like, yeah, I'm Ulrich, this is Katarina, like, but it's still just like, nah.
Can't be, yeah.
I'm being punked.
Ich will zu meinem Vater.
Wie heißt du denn?
Oder nicht Nielsen?
Ulrich Nielsen? Der Ulrich Nielsen?
Arbeitet der denn nicht hier?
Nein. Und das wird er bestimmt auch nicht. Ach, dann hab ich einen Witz. Ist das auf Ulrichs Mist gewachsen? Gleich wird jemand kommen, um dich abzuholen, sich um das zu kümmern. Und ich kümmere mich in der Zeit um Ulrich. Er wird dir nicht mehr wehtun. Das verspreche ich dir.
Imagine if this was just a very elaborate practical joke on this kid. How fucked.
Darren Brown's done stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's what I was
where
thinking.
he thought
of.
someone...
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse, yeah.
That's so jacked.
Ich vermisse dich.
Dang, like father, like son, huh? Dang, they can't keep it in their pants.
And his son also disappeared. Mads.
Was wollen Sie hier?
My only aim is to take many lives. The more, the better I feel. Warum hörst du sowas? Der Junge, den du geschickt hast, findest du das lustig?
Welcher Junge?
Ich glaube ja nicht, dass du damit durchkommst.
Haben wir schon wieder gesoffen?
Wie bitte?
Ob Sie schon wieder gesoffen haben?
Wer glaubst du eigentlich, wer du bist? Ich will genau wie du, dass wir deinen Bruder finden.
Wie viele Leute hier in der Gegend leben vom AKW?
Wir haben 612 Angestellte, exklusive...
Alle. Und wenn du morgen diesen Posten hier antrittst, trägst du nicht nur die Verantwortung für das AKW, dann trägst du auch die Verantwortung für die ganze Stadt. Und jetzt sag mir, dass ich mich nicht in dir getäuscht habe.
Dann sollte ich umso mehr wissen, was das zu bedeuten hat.
Kennst du dich mit Satanisten aus?
Du glaubst, das waren Satanisten? Weil ich weiß, machen die dann ziemlich großes Brimborium raus. Da müsstest du doch Spuren sehen auf der Wiese. Sehr seltsam. Komm mal. Die Trommelfelle sind geplatzt. Auf beiden Seiten. Seltsam.
Do not wear good spelunking clothes.
No, those heels.
She's surprisingly doing well with it.
Jetzt was zu lesen. Ich komme aus der Zukunft.
Was hast du gesagt?
Ich komme aus der Zukunft.
That bird.
Just
Ooh, she's got a collection.
She likes birds.
no, chocolates are weird. Yeah, that kid kind of looks like him.
Ist das jetzt die Apokalypse?
Schon ein bisschen enttäuschend.
Ich hab's mir irgendwie lauter vorgestellt.
Ella.
Oh my god, I just realized that's Hannah. They're gonna be banging in the future.
Yeah, Hannah and Ulrich are gonna be banging in the future.
Everybody's banging everybody. Small town.
Yeah.
Town. Everybody's banged everybody. No secrets here. Everybody knows what everybody's private parts look like.
So
Oh, that's the box.
yeah. So it's showing like the 1986 people and their 2019 counterparts.
Okay, I knew the nurse was somebody. I didn't realize it's the grandma. Okay.
You thought she was 70?
She looks younger there. I knew it. I was like, that guy's gonna fucking go and shit on that door. I knew that's where he was going. I was like, fuck this.
You just can't catch a break.
He really can't.
Or, well, maybe.
Oh shit, you can hear it.
Okay. So, episode 3 down. Thoughts? Most of it took place in 1986, and a lot of it was just introducing
I feel
the
like a lot of it
teenage
was
versions.
exposition. It almost felt like the pilot over again.
Yeah.
The teenage versions of a lot of the
Just so you could
characters.
see where all of them
And
are.
like, that's why they did the split. I mean, I was trying to help you as the episode was going.
I feel like I relatively had it. I never caught the name of the grandma. I knew that nurse was somebody. I didn't know
yeah,
who.
because Jonas's last name is Convald.
Oh, okay, I never caught that.
Oh, whoop, pause. Yeah.
Okay. So I think this clockmaker guy might be our Poncho mystery man.
Okay.
Maybe.
Just gonna adjust this.
Maybe it's him.
I overcompensated.
Because
So-
I don't think we'd ever seen that guy before.
Did you see the picture on the back of the book that was Journey Through Time?
Oh yeah, he wrote that book.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the author.
He has that book. And
Yeah.
you said?
And you've seen that book before, yes?
Yes. That
By?
book. Somebody had it. The dad had it, right? Who hung himself? Is that who had it?
Yes.
I thought it was the stranger in... Oh, yeah, maybe.
I feel like
Oh, you mean Mikhail? Mikhail had it?
Oh,
Future
okay.
Mikhail?
So Lisa doesn't know this. Justin has an ongoing theory that the unknown character that is staying at the hotel at Regina's hotel in 2019 is Mikhail, because he thinks Mikhail never makes it back to the present day. He thinks that Mikhail stays in 1986 and grows up to be
that would make sense.
the character that I will call the Stranger.
Yes.
Because that is what the character is built. The actor is billed as is the Stranger.
That's who had the book. I remember. I knew I'd seen the book before. I couldn't remember who had it.
I'm pretty sure the Stranger had the book Journey Through Time.
I thought that
I think
Jonas
actually-
had found it with his dad's shit.
Oh, that's right.
Is that where he found it?
I think because like when he was looking at the ceiling.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's where I thought it came from.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I don't know. I knew I'd seen the book before though. But I thought that's where it came from.
So, I mean, like you said, a lot of exposition, but some revelations.
We did not see the younger version of the therapist.
Correct. Peter Doppler.
Yeah, he never showed up.
We saw his wife, Charlotte.
Yes, but we saw his wife and we saw his dad.
His dad, Helga,
But we did
who
not
worked at the power
see
plant.
him,
We did
actually.
not. Yes, we did not see a younger version of Peter Doppler.
Because I was waiting on him to show up, but he never did.
Right. So, in the IMDb for this show, it's just like, you know, mysterious things happen in a town as 4 families hide secrets. So, do you know who the 4 like main families are?
I don't know their names, but yes.
Okay. The Nielsen's.
Yes.
The Convalds.
Yes.
The Tiedemans.
Yes.
And,
it would be that family.
oh, the
therapist.
Dopplers. The Dopplers.
Yeah, the Dopplers.
And the Convalds are again?
Jonas
his dad's
Jonas and his
family.
dad. That's the family that was friends with the little... I'm trying to remember. It's been a couple weeks.
Jonas's dad's family is... His mom was that nurse.
Yes.
And then his mom in the future has the note with the...
Yes.
The box.
Okay.
She has the box.
Okay. Yes.
And then... We don't know any more about his dad other than that. Then his mom's side is Hannah, who was having the affair with
Ulrich in the future.
And then in this episode, she was the one sitting with Ulrich,
being like, "Oh, it's the end of the world."
And she is friends with Ulrich's wife, or at least in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a little younger than them.
Yeah,
you can tell that Hannah is slightly younger.
She did look a little younger
than Ulrich and Katharina.
Katharina, yeah, that's right.
So Regina's grandfather, Egon Tiedemann, is the head of the police force.
Yes.
And when Mikkel's like, my father's Ulrich Nielsen, he's like, did he put you up to this? Did he do this to you? He's like, my father works here, doesn't he? And he's just like, yeah, he ain't ever going to work here. And like, you know, you're laughing because we as viewers are laughing because it's like, well, yeah, actually, Ulrich does end up working for the police station.
It feels like Ulrich probably ends up working for the police because of his brother.
Because of Mads?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So at this point, we know Mads is already missing.
Right.
In the past.
Yes.
But we still don't know what happened to him because presumptively he's not the body they found because you would think Ulrich would have recognized it.
You would have thought.
But maybe not. Maybe not because it's been a while.
It's been 33 years.
And it was like it was decayed a little bit. So maybe that corpse is Mads, maybe not, but I'm leaning towards not, just simply because I feel like it would have clicked.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Cool. You saw younger Regina, and you also notice older Regina kind of giving herself a checkup, and there was like a little tear that fell. If you're watching closely,
I was a little distracted by the areola, but yes,
yeah,
I did catch that.
So you also met a new character. A couple of new characters in '86. So you hadn't seen Egon Tiedemann before because he's already pretty old in 1986, and Claudia Tiedemann, the person that is just taking over for the nuclear power plant.
Correct.
And
her boss.
And her boss, who is Helga's dad.
Oh, is that who that is?
Well, you saw as he was clearing away his desk, there was a picture of him with Helga.
I did not see that. Okay, I didn't realize that. That makes sense. Helga works there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Helga's dad. So he's a Doppler.
Yeah, he's a Doppler.
Okay. Wow.
So, connections.
So
So, any predictions? I mean, Justin's sticking with the Mikkel stays in 1986 and becomes the stranger.
So definitely the Dopplers then do seem to know a lot about what is happening, but aren't telling anybody because the therapist seemed to know something. He is a Doppler.
Mm-hmm.
The dad definitely knew something. Helga,
because like, it's happening again. It's happening again.
And we all know it revolves around the power plant, which we now know the older Helga's dad ran
the power plant, and there was some shady shit going on that he didn't even want to tell the new person taking over. It's like, the less you know, the better. Yeah. But she's just like, actually, no. That's even more of a reason.
And
for me
it
to
feels
know.
like he mentioned Chernobyl, so it feels like they're up to something sketchy, and they don't want anybody to know about it at the least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've seen the 2019 head of the power plant, and it's definitely not Claudia Tiedemann.
Correct. It's that one guy who Ulrich knows.
Right.
Yes.
But we don't know how he knows him yet.
Right.
But they do know each other.
Right.
And some they seemed friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's still so many questions before
Yeah.
I can make any predictions because I still want to know more about who Jonas's dad is.
Okay.
Because I don't know what he did for a living. Like, did he work at the plant? Because that might give us a little more insight. Or like what did he do for a living? You know, for him to have also stumbled upon the secret. If I'm betting it's a small town, he must have worked at the plant.
Okay.
Because it doesn't feel like he's like some brilliant scientist or something. So maybe he stumbled on something by accident.
Okay. The room that he hung himself in is separate from their house. It was a studio.
Yes, I noticed.
Okay. Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Lise?
I don't know.
Lies.
I feel like it's early as well.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely... why did nobody, like, see the little kid and be like, your clothes look really weird?
Yeah.
Like,
like,
where did you get
1986
those
clothes don't look like that.
But I feel like the adults though would probably be like,
oh, it's just
some
some
weird ass
new-
kid
new-
trend
new-
again. Like,
new
you know,
fad.
like you just brush.
But what
it
about
off.
the other kids at the high school? Because like Mikkel ended up going to the high school or the.
But then you also
the
think,
school.
oh, new kid, like.
Maybe
You know, like new kids, like they're different.
Yeah.
Even within the same
This,
country.
this guy's from out of town.
like even
Yeah.
within the same country, like we dress differently in LA than people dress in Arizona. I
Yeah.
can tell you that. Like,
Yeah.
so like they might be like, dude, this dude might be from Dusseldorf or some weird town where they dress like this. Who knows? Like, no one
Dusseldorf.
knows. I mean, I think it's weird that like the adults are just like casually cool with this kid walking by and like.
One more thing. Like you were kind of like perking up when this was happening, like when Ulrich was banging on the door and he could actually hear Mikkel screaming.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about that. Yeah. So he heard him. So it seems like he.
So there is some connection in that cave where 2019 and 1986 they could hear each other. And I liked that like split screen that they did as they were both exiting the cave, and like Mikkel was facing this way and Ulrich was facing that way.
Well, it feels like I already said this. I think last time it feels like the cave is the door.
Okay.
Because everything seems to revolve around the cave. Because we know Mads disappeared around the cave.
Yeah.
We know they were at the cave when Mikkel went through the portal.
Right.
But I guess the weird thing though is that they were running away from the cave. So how Mikkel ended up at the cave,
that's a good question.
Remains a mystery because they definitely ran away from it.
Yeah, they didn't go into it.
They did not run towards it.
Yeah,
because he was Jonas was holding his hand.
Well, but then Jonas
they
fell.
fell.
They
They fell, but
and
like
yeah.
after that, he'd never seen him again.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's possible maybe he ran back, but I don't know why Mikkel would run back towards the direction of where they were running from in the first place.
Yeah.
But.
Cool. And speaking of, if you'll remember the first episode, the night that the cave thing happened, lights were flashing. There was a weird sound from the cave. This episode, lights are flashing. Birds are falling from the sky.
It feels like Charlotte might pick up on the things because I think seeing the dead bird might trigger her memories.
The dead birds had ruptured eardrums in 2019. The dead sheep in 1986 had ruptured eardrums.
And the boy had ruptured, the dead boy.
Oh.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody else did. Or was it just the boy?
It was just the dead boy.
Remember, because we thought the blood was like blue or whatever, it was coming out of his
nose. That was one of Jonas's dreams.
Oh, that was the dream. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the dream.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any theories on that? On the whole lights flickering, birds falling?
I feel like whatever's kicking off the time portal door opening, that's probably causing that effect.
Okay.
That's how it seems,
Because it seems like there's a direct connection every time the lights flicker. And that's what happened. The lights flickered, and then that's when Mikkel went missing. Mm-hmm. So it feels like that's probably what's happening.
Okay.
I think Charlotte is going to figure it out, though. Because I'm sure now she'll probably remember the dead birds because she picked one up and she seemed to have like an obsession with it as a kid. So maybe seeing the dead bird now will start to jog her memory a little bit. Maybe she'll start digging through her stuff to see if she finds all of her old notes.
Yeah.
About her weird bird collecting habits.
So yeah, there are 4. Like I said, there are 4 main families. Do you think there is like a main character, or is it kind of? I don't want to say like The Wire, but like, or do you think it's just?
I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's a main character. I thought maybe Jonas would be, but
he wasn't even in this episode.
He wasn't in this episode, which doesn't necessarily mean he isn't.
I
mean, main character might be the wrong word. It seems like maybe there will be a catalyst of like everything kind of revolves around.
So
like 11 in Stranger Things, even though they're all as important. 11 is clearly the main epicenter of everything that happens. So I feel like Jonas might be the epicenter of everything.
Okay.
But not necessarily a main character in the true sense.
Okay. Cool. So, I think that's good for this discussion. We will wrap it up, and we're actually going to get right into episode 4 right after this. So, until next time, Auf Wiedersehen.
That's the gem info.